past now, it's now showing that what we've heard in the past looks true, because we've heard before that Shewa Kinwumi has been somehow sidelined. And Wale, if the ICPC are now doing probes, I'm sure Wale by now they've probably found some movement of transfers, one way or the other.
Okay. Let's look at this story. Okay, on WhatsApp I've got at Timidayo. He says the ICPC is right to investigate them, which means Timidayo feels it's on a witch hunt. It's right for them to be investigated. Okay. Hello, good morning. What's the name? Where you calling from? Your name is what? Happiness from Ajigune. Good morning, Happiness. Okay, Happiness is breaking up, but well, what he was saying in a nutshell is that ICPC is right to investigate them.
Well, I'm sure Nigerians are even expecting that the FCC will even move into the case, because we as Nigerians think the FCC is more effective than the ICPC.
Yeah.
If it was supposed to be the FCC that is handling this case now, then Wale, legs will be shaking.
Okay, let's look at Thomas Dernaby. Now, after the qualifiers against Algeria, he went AWOL, absent without leave, from Nigeria to Sweden. He's not back yet, and he hasn't resigned yet.
Can I ask you a question?
And he said that I'm coming. He said that the NFF were interfering in his business, not letting him concentrate. I think he should have said the names of these people so we can caution them and look into it instead of running away like he has done now.
I think for me, he's actually a smart guy, based on the fact that we know what he was asked to do.
Sorry. Good morning. What's the name? Where you calling from? Kunle is calling from where? From Abuleba. Good morning, Kunle. Go on. Yeah. Okay, God bless Nigeria. He says it's a case of monkey they work, baboon they chop. So I think it's right for the EFC. He thinks so. But the Minister of Youth and Sports, Sunday Diary, has intervened in the crisis between Super Falcons coach and Thomas Dernaby. The minister, through his Twitter handle, said he had personally stepped into the matter of Thomas Dernaby, adding that he will proceed to seek a quick resolution to ensure he continues to coach Nigeria's female team, which means we are sure there's a problem. No doubt, there's a problem.
Wale, can I ask a big question? And if I was supposed to be in front of the minister, I was going to ask him that question. What has Thomas Dernaby done for Nigeria? This is a guy that PDC went to bring, and they told us that, oh, don't worry, the problems we've had in the past at the Super Falcons level is that we've not had coaches that are exposed enough to get them probably the knockout stages of the World Cup or the quarterfinals. Wale, what has it done that has been separate? When he took us to Ghana in the Nations Cup that we've won more than 10 times, he came back with a shameful performance. That was the first time I saw with my eyes. I saw the Super Falcons play in a way below average. While in a way we've not seen them, they actually struggled. Yeah, that's the word. They struggled to win that competition, and they had a shameful performance at the World Cup. So the guy knows, and he ran back to Sweden. So why are they begging him? What has he done that a local coach has not done better for Nigeria?
Okay. However, now the Director General of Lagos State Sports Commission (LSSC), Oluwatoyin Gafar Bolowotan, says featuring of overage athletes at age group at the 5th edition of National Youth Games in Ilorin, Kwara State is act of killing the nation's talent. Bolowotan, who boasted that none of the Team Lagos athletes were either pupil or primary or secondary school, as they fall within the age bracket stipulated by the organizers, said other states which paraded overaged athletes lacked the zeal and commitment towards a thorough grassroots development program. While explaining that the Commission's vision is to discover and nurture talents to stardom, said the vision of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu was to make Lagos the sports hub of Africa, adding that the Commission did not abandon its discovered athletes. Now, overaged, this win at all costs syndrome by Nigerians, featuring overaged athletes at the National Youth Games is shameful, really.
Well, extremely shameful, and we've seen this happen in Nigeria several times. It's not a Nigerian problem alone, it's an African problem. But I think because Nigeria has the focus in Africa, we've had so much of that that challenge. If you are doing a national youth games, Wale, the people we expect to be in that tournament are people from probably secondary school and people that just finished from secondary school. Why should you cheat? It's pointless. Wale, we've seen this happen at the football level. That's why you hardly find a member of the under 17 graduate to the Super Eagles team because of the age issue. Wale, have you noticed that in the line of football in Nigeria, you hardly find anybody that plays in the league come out to play for the Super Eagles in recent times? The people you find that come out to play for the Super Eagles are people from the academies that never even played in the league. And that's the point, because people that play in our leagues in Nigeria, 80% of them play with a lesser age.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you just find out that the age catches up with them, and that's the end of the career.
Okay, CAF has rejected the appeal of Wydad Casablanca of Morocco over the result of the second leg of the 2018-2019 African Champions League final against Esperance of Tunisia. Wydad hoped to overturn the decision of the CAF disciplinary board that handed the trophy to Esperance after players of the Moroccan club abandoned the game after a disputed refereeing decision, a situation excavated by a non-functioning video assistant referee VAR system. After the first leg in Morocco was finished 1-0, Esperance was leading 1-0 in when Walid El Kharti's header for Wydad was disallowed. Chelsea FC boss Frank Lampard, who is yet looking for any further reaching the knockout stages, believes his team can flourish in the Champions League. Now the Blues host Valencia today in the Group H opener. Okay, now Dipo, Frank Lampard speaking well against for his team, Chelsea, a relatively young team going up against a very matured, very consistent Valencia.
Well, Wale, I wouldn't say it's a relatively young team based on the fact that in just the past season, Chelsea did not.
Okay, sorry, hello, good morning. Good morning. Say more, that's always good morning. Good morning. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much. Temo says that he is an eyewitness. He's 58 years old, and he can actually look at people and have an idea of how old they are.
Of course,
and
Wale,
all of those men were old men.
You should. Most times you can actually guess right the age category in which someone belongs to. But Wale, let me bust your bubbles a bit. I posted, yeah, of course you saw it, a video, a football trial video on my status on WhatsApp. I think you saw it. And a friend of mine sent me a message and said, Dipo, you are involved in something like this and you didn't tell me. At least you are aware that I played football in Italy before I came back home. And immediately I saw that message, I laughed. Wale, this guy is above 35 years old. You know what he told me? He said he will be coming for the trials and he will be seeing if he will be fit to play or if the scouts will pick him. I said, okay, I've heard you. I said it's a field trial. All you need to do is go there, and if they take you, good luck to you. But Wale, let's ask ourselves this question. At 35, this guy is trying to do that. Now, the big question is that even if he's selected, is he going to open up that he's 35? He probably says 23. And that's the problem we have in this country.
So